My birthday's coming up, and what better early birthday gift can a boy receive than hundreds of life-changing video game announcements? Hello, bonjour, and today I'm here to inform you on my 12 predictions for E3 2016. E3 is so close that unfortunately my wallet can almost taste it. Last year I made a video of 10 games I can't wait to see at the show, but this year I've decided to create a bunch of predictions I think are going to come true at this year's E3. Most of these predictions you've probably heard of or seen somewhere else, but that doesn't matter because this is simply a list of the coolest life-changing surprises that have a large chance of actually happening. Some dreams really do come true. Here are 12 things that just might happen. Number 12. The PS Vita will only be mentioned twice. The Vita could have been the best handheld gaming device ever created. It's a technical masterpiece and I love it. But the lack of titles supporting the handheld unfortunately caused it to bomb over time. Besides a bunch of Japanese games being ported here in the West, nothing is happening to the Vita. And even last year, Sony barely talked about it. That's why I think they're only going to say the word Vita 2 times. Regardless of what reasons they may be, I'm just making a playful guess that it'll only be said twice. So if you're gonna watch Sony's press conference, don't forget to keep count of how many times they say it. Number 11. A Wolfenstein sequel will be announced. What could possibly be going on at Bethesda's second E3 press conference? Well, there is the possibility for a sequel to The Evil Within and a re-reveal for the long-lost Prey 2. It's totally possible that we might get another Wolfenstein game soon. Wolfenstein The New Order is by far the most underrated game of the whole generation so far. It's fantastic. With id Software having only recently finished the reboot of Doom, it may be possible that Machine Games' newest project could have us shooting Nazis again. There is one more Bethesda prediction that seems plausible, but we'll get to that in a bit. Number 10. Shadow of Mordor 2 will be announced. Shadow of Mordor was one of the only games where I swore it was not going to be good at all, and then it turned out to be absolutely incredible. Because of the game's positive reception, it's totally possible that we can get a sequel. Evidence that supports this was found on a professional stunt woman Laura Mae Kim's list of motion capture stunt work, which happened to include Shadow of Mordor 2 as one of the games. It's most likely going to be unveiled during Sony's press conference, but even if it's not, I think we're going to be revisiting Middle-earth sometime soon. Number 9. A new God of War will be announced. Besides the unnecessary recent port of God of War 3 for PlayStation 4, the last God of War game was Ascension in 2013, and that game was a prequel to the trilogy. It would be hard continuing the story of Kratos considering how the third game ended. However, it is possible that the next God of War game could be lightly inspired by Norse mythology, as evidenced by some of this artwork. A change from Greek to Norse mythology sounds like an excellent idea for the God of War series, and I think a short teaser trailer confirming this is entirely possible. And no, it won't be called God of War 4, it'll probably have a really badass name. Just for fun, comment below what you think the next God of War game's gonna be called, and I'll give you a shout out in my next E3 video. Number 8. Skyrim Remaster will be announced. My other Bethesda prediction is for Elder Scrolls V Skyrim to be remastered for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. While I'm not a big fan of porting older games, a next-gen version of Skyrim would be the perfect excuse for me to revisit one of the best open-world RPGs ever made. Not only is this easy money, but Bethesda may be doing this to get fans and newcomers ready for their 6th Elder Scrolls game that they're working on. We're probably not going to be hearing about that game anytime soon, but I guarantee it's being worked on right now, and a remastering of Skyrim will hold our attention until then. Number 7. A new Star Wars game will be announced. While it's probably not going to be the one being made by Visceral Games and the legendary Amy Hennig, it'll probably be the game made by Moda Studios in Montreal, a brand new studio under the supervision of EA. There's no way EA could go the whole press conference without bringing up Star Wars, so whatever this may be, I'm already getting excited just thinking about it. Number 6. Sucker Punch announces a new Spider-Man game. Sucker Punch, the developer of both the Sly Cooper and the Infamous series, haven't been doing anything since the 2014 release of Infamous Second Son, but some crazy rumors have been popping up that this Sony-owned studio could be working on a new Spider-Man game. If there's anything Sucker Punch could do, it's nail the feeling of controlling fast, nimble characters, which would be perfect for a Spider-Man game. While this may not be possible due to Activision still holding the rights for making Spider-Man games, a boy can still dream. Number 5. The Last Guardian gets a release date. One of the most anticipated games of all time, The Last Guardian is actually happening. Ever since I first saw the game in 2009, when I first started getting serious about video games, I've been hyped for The Last Guardian to come out. I actually predicted last year that it would be shown at E3 2015, and I was right. It seems to be near its completion, which means the game that was once a myth will be in our hands soon. That's why I think we're gonna get a release date for The Last Guardian. I'm gonna do some wishful thinking and guess it's coming out later this year, but we'll probably have to wait till early next year. Regardless, it's actually happening, and I can't wait to gather all the news I can on this probable masterpiece. Number 4. A Red Dead sequel will be announced. Red Dead Redemption came out back in 2010, and fans including myself have been waiting to get our hands on a new cowboy adventure by Rockstar so badly. Their last game was Grand Theft Auto V in 2013, and Rockstar hasn't been known to have such large gaps of time between releases, so they must be working on something, and I think it's gonna be a new Red Dead game. After supposed leaks of the in-game map popped up on the internet, we've all been getting really excited to see what they're gonna announce, but it most likely won't be called Red Dead Redemption 2. Maybe Red Dead Revenge? I don't know, I thought it sounded cool, but whatever. If we could get news on a new Red Dead game, life's gonna be amazing. Number 3. Resident Evil 7 will be announced. Oh my god, that was freaking lame. Wow. I have to put in I said it, I have to put in the video now. In the past 2 years, we've received a PS4 port of Resident Evil 0, 1, 6, and we're also getting ports for Resident Evil 4 and 5. While they are making the awful looking Umbrella Corps game, besides just wanting to make money, there's a reason Capcom is re-releasing a bunch of the Resident Evil games, most likely for the 7th installment in the series. While the 6th entry has gained negative reviews from critics and fans, I actually quite enjoy the game. Whether you enjoyed it or not, we should all be looking forward to a new main installment Resident Evil game. Whether we get a simple teaser trailer or a full-blown gameplay trailer, Capcom knows what they need to do with the series, and I'm feeling pretty optimistic about it. Number 2. Hideo Kojima's new game will be announced. After the downfall of Konami caused Metal Gear Solid 5 to be an unfinished game, and after the cancellation of Silent Hills, Hideo Kojima's had a pretty rough time to say the least. After having Kojima Productions create a partnership with Sony, Kojima is now able to create a new masterpiece without Konami's restrictions. While it hasn't even been a year since the studio existed, it's very likely we're gonna get a glimpse at their new game. Pictures popped up of the game's protagonist named Ludens, so now myself as well as many other fans of Kojima's work are super hyped to learn everything we can about this new project. A short teaser or maybe some concept footage for the project may be unveiled during Sony's press conference, but knowing Kojima, he probably has a crazy trick up his sleeve that none of us could predict. So go ahead Kojima, blow us away. And my number 1 E3 2016 prediction is the PS4.5 or the PS4K or the PS4 Neo or whatever it's going to be called will be announced. We've all heard about this one, and there is a baffling amount of evidence to back this up. You know, a rumor is really strong, but even my grandparents have heard about this. Regardless, let's break this down. Sony is almost guaranteed to announce a new version of the PlayStation 4 with the codename Neo. The system will reportedly run faster and allow certain games to look and run much better than they would on the regular PlayStation 4. Rumors even suggest that it'll output video in 4K as well, and because of its increased processing power, it'll handle games for the upcoming PlayStation VR much better. While it's nice to see a much more powerful PS4 being made, depending on how they go about this could be pretty scummy. I had just recently bought a second PlayStation 4 so I could increase my hard drive space, and because the Uncharted PlayStation looks incredible. And now I have to buy a third system? This really sucks. Yes, I know, they're not forcing me to buy one, but to know that for console gamers, there's a better way to experience games for our console, this hurts. But we'll have to wait and see what Sony does about this. Thank you for listening to my 12 predictions for E3 2060, but before you go, can you please, pretty please, comment below and let me know what you think is going to happen this year. I'm curious to hear what you guys think, as there are many potential surprises I could be missing out on, so please let me know in the comments. For more coverage for this year's E3, as well as anything video game related, be sure to subscribe to BathroomGamers. Thank you for watching, and stay fresh.